Hi, my name is Ernest, and in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to search various custom fields with Ajax Search Pro. Alright, to start it off, let's click on the Ajax Search Pro menu and let's create a new search. I'm just going to call this search, it doesn't really matter, and then click on the gear icon to access the settings. By default, posts and pages are selected as post types. This was covered in the previous video. If you don't know, no worries, just use this setting to select the post types you want to search. I'm just going to select products because I don't really have posts and pages on this installation. And some of these options are pretty self-explanatory, that you want to, search the title, content, excerpts, whatever. This one is for the custom fields. And sometimes this gets, a little bit confusing because you can't really find the custom fields you're looking for. But there's this option to search all custom fields. If you're unsure, you can just tick this. It's not going to really change the performance by any means, so you can just do that. Another good way to find out the custom fields is you can just use the search field. For example, I would want to search the product SKUs by WooCommerce. Okay, I will just type in SKU, and there you go. Now you found out that the _ SKU is actually where the SKUs are stored for the products. And to test this, let's just open the preview. So in the top bottom right-ish corner on the screen, there's a show button that opens the preview. And let me grab an SKU. Let's go with this, let's go Woo Beanie logo. That's the SKU. And there we go. See, I'm getting the exact same result, beanie with logo. That is the suggestion, which means that it does work. Let me try, instead of this, just removing that to make sure it's not like, see, it's recommending a result, but it's not because it found it through the SKUs. So if I were to, search all custom fields and do this again, well, I'm going to get the result as expected, which is great. A valid question would be, why would you choose to search specific custom fields instead of just enabling search in all of the custom fields? Well, the answer is really simple, is that a lot of data is stored in the post metadata in the custom fields table, and most of them is like no use for searching. So it's usually better to, to select the ones. And even better is when you're using the index table engine. As you can see, the custom fields option just disappeared. That is because this has to be configured under the index table settings. So here's the menu, index table, and also there's another video covering all of the index table settings, links in the description below. So let me just open this, and I already have it configured. As you can see, I have like pages, posts, and products selected. The main thing is that I'm using like the same custom post types, but the index must have at least those or more. So this can have more because you can create more search bars, searching different post types. So this must contain all of them. Okay, so on the index table options, I have selected the same post types. As you can see, I have like the product categories, which is doesn't really matter here. As you can see, there is no option here to like search all of the custom fields. The reason is that for the indexing, you need to select the ones that you want. And let me just search for the SKU and just drag it here. Let me save these options and let me just create a new index. Whenever in the index settings change, the new index has to be created, because the potential new fields has to be indexed along with the existing ones. All right, if all goes well, this means that we already have the SKU indexed and selected here. So this data should be available. So let me just save these settings here. Let's open the preview again. Let me try to search that SKU, and there we go, see? And even better, I can now do things like removing the dashes in between, and see, it's still working. I mean, this would have worked without the index table engine, but what wouldn't work is if I just remove the spaces. And this is especially useful when having SKUs like numbers, separated by dashes or spaces, and the index table will take care of that. It will index various variations from that field and to have pattern matches. So this wouldn't work with the regular engine, but it does work with index table engine. That's the major difference when it comes to like indexing anything, including custom fields. So yeah, this is how to index and search custom fields. My recommendation is to always use the index table engine if you can. It is just much better. It's just much faster. And unless there's like some special case where you need exact matches or something like that, well, you should use that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Drop a like and subscribe, and I see you in the next one. Have a nice day. Bye bye.